She used to laugh when I reached for her hand at night. Not the soft, playful laugh we once shared, but a cold, cutting sound that echoed through the silence between us. "He begs for intimacy," she told her friend over the phone once, thinking I couldn't hear. But I did, every word. And something inside me cracked that night, quietly, like glass under pressure. I remember when her touch felt warm, when coming home to her felt like peace. We used to talk for hours about dreams, about building a life that meant something. Somewhere along the way, that faded. Maybe it was routine, maybe pride, or maybe she just stopped seeing me the way she once did. At first, I blamed myself. I thought I wasn't enough. I worked harder, brought her flowers, planned trips, listened more. But the more I gave, the less she seemed to care. And when she started laughing at my efforts, I finally understood you can't love someone into respecting you. So I stopped, not out of anger, but clarity. I pulled back the affection she had taken for granted. No more begging. No more fixing what she had broken. I stopped chasing what had already walked away. And that silence, that quiet shift inside me, was the moment her regret began. It started small. I stopped asking where she was going. I stopped waking when she came to bed. I no longer sent the good morning text that once lit up her phone. At first, she didn't notice. Or maybe she did and thought it was just another one of my moods. But indifference has a weight that silence alone can't hide. It unsettles people, like standing in a warm room that's suddenly gone cold. She started testing me, dropping little comments, trying to draw me out. "You're quiet these days," she'd say, almost mocking. I would just nod and go back to reading. That calm look on my face, the one that used to annoy her, now it scared her. Because the man she could once control with affection or rejection was gone. I wasn't angry. I was finished. And there's nothing more terrifying to someone who feeds on power than realizing it's gone. A few weeks later, she reached for me in bed. Maybe out of habit, maybe guilt. I didn't move away, but I didn't respond either. Her touch felt empty now, almost unfamiliar. That night, she turned her back and cried quietly, thinking I was asleep. But I heard everything, every muffled sob, every whispered apology she didn't have the courage to say aloud. The irony was cruel. When I begged, she mocked me. Now that I was silent, she broke. Regret doesn't come all at once. It seeps in slowly, like rain through a crack in the ceiling. Days passed, and the woman who once rolled her eyes at my affection started searching for pieces of the man she had lost. She began cooking dinner again, asking about my day, smiling too often, the kind of smiles that hide panic behind them. But it was too late. I had already buried the version of myself that once fought for her. What remained was a man who'd found peace in solitude. One evening, as we sat across from each other at the dining table, she reached for my hand. "Can we start over?" she asked softly. Her voice trembled, not from fear of losing me, but from realizing she already had. I looked at her, really looked, and saw the woman who had once been my world, but I also saw the distance she had built, brick by brick. Each cruel word, each mocking laugh, turning love into dust. "I begged once," I said quietly. "I won't do it again." Tears welled in her eyes. But I didn't feel anger or satisfaction, only an ache where love used to live. She finally understood that affection isn't weakness, that begging for love only feels foolish until silence takes its place. Now she's the one reaching out, haunted by the memory of the man she once belittled. And I, the man who once pleaded for her touch, have learned something she never did. Sometimes, walking away is revenge. It's self-respect dressed in silence. And silence speaks louder than any apology ever could.